thrilled to be able to present Rosemary and all of her staff with this winner of the South East Award. Congratulations, I think it's very, very
In April, I've been here 4 years, and I was happy when I came in here and gave up my home, and I'm still happy being in here now. And I'd recommend anybody to Cunningham House.
It makes me feel safe, comfortable and cared for. I just feel I'd rather be here than in my bungalow listening to footsteps past the door, not knowing who the footsteps are.
Well, I've got nothing to complain about. I think everything. The staff are very good, and the food is good, and the attendance, everything is good.
For me, probably the most fulfilling thing is to know that you're going home and you couldn't have done any more for the residents. I think to actually feel that at the end of the day you've made a difference to someone's life. We can't get it all right all of the time, but that we're actually always striving for that excellence. I sometimes think that it's relatively easy to get to good or excellent, but to maintain it, actually people, I think, then can become a little bit complacent, but you have to keep looking at new ways, bringing in new ideas, relating it to your staff at the time, relating it to your residents at the time, and making sure the teams are teams, that you all work together with the same direction.
One of the things I think that makes a home special is the management and the leadership of the home. And in Cunningham House, we have in Rosemary a very committed manager, and she knows all her staff, she knows all her residents, she knows all the other stakeholders who come in, the nurses, the community staff, the cooperatives, etc., etc. And I think the special thing about Cunningham House, although it's a large home, it still has that sense of homeliness and community. Residents have their own things in their own rooms, and there are different lounges in different places where people can go and feel comfortable. So we've got two very special gardens in the dementia wing, and yet we have an ordinary but lovely garden in the residential part. The lounges are different, there are activities going on, and very much it's a community, and the residents in residents meetings decide what they want to do. Like they named the cats, Tilly and Arthur. That was the names they chose. And so I think putting the residents at the centre and ensuring they're listened to, it's not just lip service. Generally, we're now encouraging residents to be part of the recruitment of staff, including managers. So they will be consulted upon, and we will obviously have to meet employment legislation, but our residents participate in the selection of staff at all levels. And they're the people that are going to be looking after them, so why shouldn't they have a say?
My job throughout the day is really to keep them occupied, to give them something to do, to make themselves feel worthwhile, I think, as well, to get something out of the day. And I try absolutely everything and anything I can do, from different games to reminiscence to art, cooking, needlecraft, anything, but try to facilitate as much as I can.
Certainly in our unit for people living with dementia, there's a lot of music. I think people talk through music quite often when other things may fail. There's a lot of... we try to vary it, so there's physical stimulation, there's cognitive stimulation, there's sensory stimulation, and we try to look at the whole picture so that we're actually targeting all of the areas. And there's outings and things in between that as well, hairdressing. We make everything really, everything's an activity, and we view it as to make it as pleasurable as we possibly can for them.
The main ethos is that people have a right to be themselves and to bring in their own lives into the home. Most people don't come into care because they want to. Most people come into care because they need additional looking after. And I suppose in Abbeyfield what we try to do, it's very much a person-centred approach, and it has always been. It's not just it's a new thing, it's something that's developed over the years. And I think all my staff and all the Abbeyfields strive for excellence in whatever way they can. I think Cunningham House is a large home with a small home feel.
You've got to have an open door policy, I think, and we're a home. So if you come in sometimes and something's a little bit out of place, so what? It's a home, and see it as it is, feel it as it is, and I think that shines through a lot of the time. It's come in, take us as you find us, but you're very welcome.
Actually, all in all, I feel very proud and pleased to be here, to be safe and comfortable and well looked after.
And, you know, everybody's so friendly, and that's the most important thing.
I've got nothing whatsoever to grumble about here, only praise.